Hello everyone and welcome back to Bxoft. Today we are diving deep into Git, a tool that's absolutely essential for any developer. Whether you are managing your own code or working with a team. So Git helps you to keep everything organized and under control. So let's start with the version control system. Just imagine you are writing a large piece of software. Over time, you will make countless changes, some big and some small. A version control system tracks every single piece of those changes and creating a complete history of your project. But it's not a more than just a historical record. With the version control system, you can easily collaborate with other developers and you can manage different versions of your project. And if something goes wrong, so you can always revert back to an earlier state. This means you are not just moving forward blindly. You are building on your solid foundation. Okay, let me introduce Git. Actually, what is Git? We need to understand this thing that what the Git exactly is. So Git stand out because it's incredibly fast, flexible, and work well as well for the non-linear development workflow. This means that whether you are working solo or you are working with a large team, so Git helps you to manage your code in a way that efficient and reliable manner. With Git, you can create different branches we will discuss in next slide to cover the new features, merge them back into the main project, and handle multiple versions of your code as well. Okay, before we get into the commands, let's make sure Git is set up on your system. So just go to the git-scm.com and download Git for your operating system. Once the Git will be installed, configure Git with your name and email by using these commands. So you can use git config -- global user.name for your name and user.email for your email address. Okay, this is really important. Why? Because Git will track everything with your name and email. So the next, you need to navigate to your project folder in your local machine and initialize a Git repository. So you will use the git init command. Okay, so this is a really important concept that you need to understand while working with Git. So there are three different layers while dealing with Git. So there is a local machine, staging, and remote repository. So what is local machine? Local machine mean if you are working on your laptop, if you are working on your desktop machine, we will call it as local setup or local machine. And what's the remote repository? So the GitHub, GitLab, and Bitbucket are the examples of remote repository. Okay, what is staging? Staging is the middle layer while working with Git. So if I will change anything on the local and I want to push that changes to the remote repository, so the staging will play a very important role. How? Now, first of all, I am saying that I have done some changes in ABC file and I want to push my changes from local to remote repository. But the remote repository will only see the changes that will be available in the staging stage. So first of all, I will push all of my changes that I want to push on the remote repository. I will add that changes to the staging layer. So for that thing, I will use the git add and the file name. And this file will be available on the staging. And I will commit my changes and I will write some message, for example, I am done blah 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 changes for this project and for this file. Okay, once any file or any change will be available in the stage, so now we can use this command to push the changes from the staging stage to the remote repository. Okay, I am using here's branch. So what is branch? We will discuss in the next slide. But the thing is, you can push your changes from the staging to the remote repository. Now, one cycle is complete. I just push my changes from local to remote repository. What if I want the latest changes from the remote repository to my local machine? So I can directly call git pull region and the branch name. So in this branch, that will be stored in the remote repository. So all of the changes will be available on my local machine after the git pull region. So I hope you get this thing. Okay, let's discuss about the branches. So the branches are one of the most powerful features in Git. So they allow you to work on a different versions of your project simultaneously. Okay, so the master is the base branch. So we will not directly work with the master branch. If I want to change anything in the project, in the version control system, we always create a new branch and we extract all the changes from the master branch. So here I just created a new branch by using the git checkout -b and I will name my branch here. So in this manner I will create a new branch and I will check out to my branch as well. In the same manner, the other developers also working and changing the master branch as well. So there is a stage where I am done with my changes. So what I will do, I will pull the latest changes that is available on the master branch, and after that I will say that please merge all of the changes into my branch that is available in the master currently. When I will merge all of the master changes into my branch, so my branch will be up to date exactly as per the master branch. So now the next step will be I will push my changes to the master branch. So I will create a PR or I will push my changes by using the git push region. So in this way, the master branch will be up to date with my changes as well and with all the changes that the other developers currently made. So I hope this is clear for you. So what's next? So we just covered the basic concept uh, how the Git work. So in the next video, we will check how we can merge and resolve conflicts and also how we can undo the changes in Git and also how we can manage the remote and how we can collaborate while working in a large team. And same if you want to work with the multiple environments, so what will be the best practice to working with the branches. And also we will check some advanced command for the daily use as well. So okay, so don't forget to subscribe. So see you in the next video.